Let's bring this closer to me. Okay, there went my water. All the way. So it's just water. So whatever.
Or coffee.
That'd be serious. A lot of times, let me guys get this thing. Can you guys hear me, or you guys need a microphone? Is it better to have a microphone, or yeah? So a lot of times people don't allow themselves to realize that when we're doing spiritual work, it takes a lot of our time. And people sit there and they'll say, let me turn this a little bit because I usually stand up. People usually say, they always talk to me and they say, Tammy, shaman, whatever word they want to call me. Over here, obviously in New York, a lot of people call me and know me as Tammy. In this last year, I've changed my name to shaman because God said, give all glory to God, not to give glory to me, not to raise my name to make me great, but to give all glory and greatness to our creator God. One of the things that people don't realize is that our whole mission, our whole reason for being here on this planet is to have a purpose, right? So since I was a child, I was brought up in a very strict, very not spiritual, very strict religious family. So I'm Italian and Jewish. And through my family and with my religion and the different beliefs of being Jewish and Italian, there was a lot of complications because it was, I killed Jesus, plus, you know, I was Jewish, so I had to not believe in Jesus, right? So I'm like constantly being torn. My mother still to today lives in Israel. As I grew up, I sat there and said, okay, I need to follow my religious purpose, who I am, right? Focus on being a nun or a rabbi or someone holy. And what I realized is it really isn't about being holy or anything about being religious. It's about us learning how to become as a unity. And if there's one thing, because I've studied religions across the world, and I've spent many of my days on this planet studying to be who I am, to be the best teacher I can be for all of you today. And one thing that I've noticed is like a lot of people have not put in the work, but they want the results. And they sit there and they say, well, why can't I have ABC today? Why can't I have, you know, I just want to focus on being a healer. I want to fulfill my purpose. I want to do my destiny, but they don't want to do the work they have to do. Meaning they don't want to meditate. They don't want to look in the, you know, in the window, or how do you make this? Where's my shirt? I can't even see my shirt. Thanks. Is there something wrong with this?
No, it's okay.
Oh.
I was just holding because it made me too
They don't want to do the meditation. They don't want to do the healing, the crying, the kicking, the screaming, the cleansing, whatever it may be that needs to be done to get rid of the baggage and the sadness and the pain and the blockages. Most of the time we want to just, well, we've done that, we've been there. But if we have done that, we've been there, then why do we still have it? So in order for me to be who I am, I remember Father Philip, who was one of my teachers in Italy, and I was going to be a nun at the Vatican City. And he said, but how are you going to help people when you're still in pain from your mother? How are you still going to make a difference if you're still holding on to anger from your mom? And I said, well, I forgive her. I let it go. It's fine. I'm just going to let it go. And he said, no, that's not how it goes. You have to, even he said, you have to do the kicking, screaming, crying, whatever it may be. We do not want to look in the mirror and look at the pain. But if you don't want to look at the mirror and you don't want to look at the pain, then we're all in the wrong room. Because truly, the only reason why I'm here and the only reason why God keeps continuing to keep me alive is simply because my purpose is to help those who are chosen to be the light workers and the people who are here to transform the planet. If we're here to transform the planet, how are we going to do that unless we're living our purpose? I believe the only reason that a human being, why are you all created? Why were you born? When you think of that question, okay, and I had Shauna ask, well, I had her prepare, who do you want to be? Okay, I love this answer. Who do you want to be? And whoever didn't give me your papers, if you guys want me to talk to you guys, then give me your papers so we can talk. When you allow yourself to answer that question, it's not on a human level. So a few years ago, back before COVID, I was asking this question, who do you want to be, to people in the room. And the room was filled. There was even people standing in the back. It was beautiful. And a lot of people didn't know how to communicate and say what they wanted to be, because what they remembered is that they had to be who they were raised to be. That's not my question to any of you. My question is, who do you want to be in your soul and your being? Not who were you created to be, not who you were brainwashed to be, not who you think you should be. Who does your soul? Why were you born? And we forget why we were born. We forget the reason why we exist and the whole agreement we made before we came onto this planet. So for those who are here, when you think of why was I born, do you guys understand my question? Or do you guys want me to explain that? Do you understand that? Okay. When I say, why were we born? I sit there and I think immediately about the whole process. I'm going to put this down because I feel like this is interfering with me talking. I use my hands so much. It's the Italian in me. I'm sorry, guys. Or I don't know if it's the Jewish side. I don't know, but European, Middle Eastern, talk with the hands person. Yeah. So when we allow ourselves to be born, right? Okay, we're up in the heavens, another dimension, right? And we're allowing ourselves to think about coming to this planet. Okay, we're choosing our family. And I believe in that 1 billion%. I do not believe that we are born to families on accident. I do not believe in accidents. I believe everything, good or bad, is on purpose. I truly believe in that. And if I didn't believe in that, I wouldn't be here today. So
is it my soulmate or my twin flame?
it is everything. Today's about purpose.
I love it.
Twin flame is actually a beautiful subject we talked about yesterday. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about soulmate.
Well, actually, you're right. And today is resurrecting your life purpose.
Yeah. So today is about purpose. But when you think about before you came onto this planet, right? And you're thinking, who do I want to be? You made a agreement, right? And you sat there and you signed your mission statement on a piece of paper with God, put your signature with our creator. And you sat there and said, I agree, I'm going to be a healer. I agree, I'm going to be an intuitive. I agree, I'm going to be a nurturer. I agree, I'm going to be a warrior. I agree. Okay. Then we're veiled. Okay. Then we have this veil that, goes over our eyes. And as we have this veil that goes over our eyes, we have a parallel path, right? That we're supposed to stay to. So you have this path that's created. Do you understand that? And this path that's created, you're meant to be walking on that path and allowing yourself to live on that path. But what happens is we get off track, which is totally normal, understandable. Like I said earlier, we get brainwashed, we get confused. We're in school, we're told no, we're told don't believe, we're told angels don't exist. But then we find out, well, why is it in the Bible then? So, it's like there's so many different stories that are creating confusion in our lives today. So you finally figure it out, whether it's when you're 10, whether it's when you're 40, whether it's when you're 80, you figure it out. Okay, I'm here for a reason. When you finally discover who you are and what you're here to be, why do you hesitate? Why do you sit there and say, okay, so this is my purpose. This is who I am. I'm here to be a healer. And I can talk to you guys much more bluntly and much more outspoken than other people I can talk, to in another event that I would speak at, because you guys should understand. I mean, this is an event that people are more aware, more awake. You guys aren't blinded. The veil is half lifted already, or maybe fully lifted. So you guys should understand that life is really a journey. It's an experience to accomplish something. It's an opportunity to open our eyes and to fulfill a meaning, a purpose, a connection, right? But what people don't allow themselves to understand, we're parallel to a path. And that parallel path that we have is connecting with other people that are meant to be on that path, which we talked a little bit about in Twin Flames. When you have relationships with people that you're meant to connect with back in this lifetime, those people that you're meant to connect with in this lifetime are going to continue being on that same parallel path for a reason. So certain relationships that we have are significant because we have to go through an experience Maybe we're cleaning up karma. Maybe we're healing something. Maybe we're meant to teach them something. Maybe we're meant to learn something, but we don't allow ourselves to sit there and say, great, I want to go through this experience. Most of the time we allow ourselves to sit there and say, I don't have time for this. I have to survive in the world. If we keep being on a survival mode, which is what we've been going through, is especially these past couple of years during COVID, I feel like people are definitely going through a survival mode, which is good because it's good to survive. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's not good to exist and live in a realm where, and now in this time zone that we're living in, should be the time that we've been able to take advantage of the time of reflection, take advantage of the time of knowing who we are. So since I've last spoken here in this amazing, beautiful, beautiful, amazing New York, it has been a massive amount of transformation for New York itself, along with the rest of the world. And people have had an opportunity to reflect and to become more awake. We're not taking advantage of the blessings and the gifts that we've been given by allowing ourselves to sit there and say, I have transformed and I've completely changed. I have allowed myself to now become a healer. I have allowed myself to now become connected to my intuition. I have allowed myself to take that time, regress, go back into my past, heal from the pain, whatever it may be, and now discover who I am. So for those, I see a lot of people have put their names, but very few people have. Who's Ina? Ina. Okay. I like what you put, but we're going to talk about that. Okay. And then of course this one got messed up, but that's okay. Who's Vera? I figured that. As soon when I seen you earlier today, before I came into the room to speak, I noticed, and I completely can say this is a fact. Where you say who you want to be and being a healer, completely. Yeah. Now, when it comes to you, Ina, this is beautiful what you're saying, but can I share your answer with everyone? Okay, so we can learn as we're here, because this is more, to me, it's not just about helping and healing and creating movement, but it's also about teaching. I'm more of a teacher than anything. And I've traveled the world doing this, so it's what makes me happy. And I see success everywhere I go. She's saying healthy, what she wants to be. Healthy, a loving mother, and a devout Catholic. That's beautiful. But that's not who you want to be. That's what you are. Do you see what I'm saying? Who you want to be is exactly like Vera said, I want to be a healer. Do you see? So do you want to be a fireman? Do you want to be a police officer? Do you want to be a warrior? Do you see what I'm saying? That's more of who you want to be. Not, I mean, you're already healthy. You obviously are already a loving mother. I'm intuitive on top of everything else. I already know these things. You can't say you want to be a devout Catholic. You just are. That's something you are, right? You can't be something you're not. But what we don't allow ourselves to realize is that when you look at who you want to be, it's more, what do you want to be known as? What do you want to leave the planet? So if you are going to leave the planet tomorrow, okay, because you never know. What's your name with the gray shirt? Diane. Do you know what day you're going to die? Okay. Do you know with the gray sweater? Do you know what day you're going to die? Do you know? Does anyone know what day they're going to die? Okay. So if you know what day you're going to leave this planet, then how do you know if in 10 minutes is going to be your last opportunity to fulfill your destiny? So why are we waiting to grow up? And most people say that they don't grow up until they're 93. So I'm still confused by people. I don't understand it. So recently, and I explained this yesterday on the panel, I got ran over by a car on July 30th, 2 months ago. Well, less than 2 months ago. Okay. Flew in the air, landed on my face, ended up in the hospital, had brain damage, all sorts of issues, whatever. And I'm sitting here today, 100% fact. Okay. One of the things we don't allow ourselves to realize, and doctors said it, the nurses said it, my neurologist said it, the cranial sacral therapy person said it, I should be dead. And said, well, God, obviously, won't take me. It's not my fault. So bottom line is, if we're supposed to be here to do something, okay, I'm intuitive. If it was my time to die, of course, God's not going to warn me and say, guess what, you're going to die today. You know, so God doesn't warn us. Our angels don't warn us what day we're going to die. But my point is, if we're going to leave the planet, what are we waiting for? What exactly? So in the pink sweater, is that lavender? I can't tell.
Yeah, lavender.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Do you know what you're waiting for in this blue? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting to accomplish so you can finally live your purpose? What are you?
I don't even know what my purpose is.
Oh,
I'm
I
just trying
can-
to be a good person, which is not working out.
Guess
too
what?
well.
The one thing that's really good about you guys being in my speaking class is what I call it more than anything, is that I have that answer. So I can help you with that. But what are you waiting for though? What's stopping you from fulfilling your destiny? I can answer that too, if you don't know the answer.
You answered.
Thank you. Hesitation, blockage, fear of judgment. For you, and lavender, is that lavender?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, since I got hit, I can't see colors well, and my eye doesn't work very well. With you, it's more of a little bit about judgment, but it's hesitation because you're confused. It's like you're torn in between whether you want to stay in the spiritual or whether you want to stay in the physical, meaning physical, the human world. Human world to me means living in the day-to-day, making money, doing business, the difference between reality and non-reality. So a lot of people train us that we're supposed to be logistic and living in reality. Okay, I've never lived in reality, so I'm probably like belong in a psycho chamber somewhere or a mental hospital because I am the farthest thing from reality. If I had believed in reality, I would have been dead God knows how many years ago. I would have rather been dead. But the truth is, our lives are so blessed, are so amazing, and so gifted on so many levels. And we don't take advantage of the gifts. We don't take advantage of the life that we're given. We're existing. Yes, we're existing, but we're not living. And for those who sit here and say, like, Diane, why are you here? Okay, so we're going to talk about this. If we want to survive, if we want to be who we're supposed to be, let's stop existing and let's start focusing on living. Okay, you signed an agreement to come onto this planet for a reason. Whether it's your first lifetime, whether it's your 10,000th lifetime that you're here for a reason. So why are you hesitating to fulfill your destiny unless, do you see what I'm saying? Unless something's stopping you. What's stopping you? Is it karma stopping you? Is it emotional blockages that are stopping you? Is it fear that's stopping you? I mean, there's so many reasons that really create the blocks and the disruption in our space, which I get. I work with a lot of people in different places around the world. I get that, I understand that. Even before I got ran over by the car, just now in July, one of the things I was just telling somebody this earlier at my booth, I did allow myself to become more with the horse blinders, where when I spoke with people and I talked with people, I tried telling you guys what you need to know, but I filtered. Do you see what I'm saying? Now it's like I have no time for filter because my brain hurts so bad if I try to filter or control it that I can't control the brain anymore because of me being hit. So I think it's just God forcing me to be who I'm supposed to be and saying, get your head out of your butt and do what you're supposed to do and don't live in a false reality. Your soul, false reality, believing that we're here to make money and to live in a house.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a false reality
Okay.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys believe, but I believe that's a false reality. If I believed that my job was to make money, pay my bills, live in a house and die, that's pretty pathetic. That's a sad life to me.
I want to know also.
No, yes, go ahead. No, go ahead. I love questions.
Isn't it important to have that base so you can do other things?
Okay, great question. So she's saying, is it important to have that base so you can do other things? I believe, so I lived homeless for 1 year to prove a point. My family is extremely wealthy and I have access to whatever I want if I wanted it. But I gave up everything so that I can fulfill my purpose and my destiny. And I told them to take their money and do whatever they want with it. And I don't want to be a part of them. Point is, I lived homeless in the Bay Area for 1 year to see what it's like to live in that type of circumstances because I didn't understand that. I was driven in limousines and Ferraris to my schools. That's how I was raised in a very different lifestyle. So I understand it's very difficult to either have the extreme, which I had, or live homeless, which is what I also had. So yes, we do need money to survive. The world goes round. Okay, it's what we're dealing with currently. There's always been something, whether it was rice, whether it was salt, whether it was milk, whether it was red paint. You see what I'm saying? There was always something to trade or something that had a significant value to create movement, right? Which is why they call it a currency, right? Because it creates movement to create a currency, to move things around. So I get that. But what we don't remember and what we forget is we give so much power to the currency. We give so much power to how to create that currency, how to create that value instead of focusing on what is our value. Because I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and making money, and I'm extremely successful and have more than what I need, where I've been able to create a nonprofit and give whatever I need to my nonprofit to help homeless children and children that have been abused and have, disadvantages.
How did you get out of the homeless state into where you are now? Or is
By-
that part of the lecture?
No, I could talk about that. It's a simple answer. By allowing myself to believe in who I was and understanding struggle and suffer, like truly suffering, and sitting there and looking at the suffering and then transforming myself and realizing how it ended up becoming a gift, because I start gathering people in the Bay Area, whether it was in Marin County, whether it was in the streets of San Francisco, it didn't matter where it was. I would literally gather people. We'd meditate, we'd pray, we would do, I don't even know. God knows how many things. I would do crazy things. Let's go do a ceremony at the water. And we would literally start changing the world and helping those who were on drugs, helping those who were suicidal, helping those who were dark, helping those who are demonic. It didn't matter what the circumstances were, because if people that are on drugs usually say they're seeing dark beings and all sorts of other stuff. So we would be doing healings. And then I connected a lot of people that are in those type of positions on the streets are usually those who have ran away from something. So no one's really ever homeless. People make themselves homeless like I did on purpose. Do you see? And they allow themselves to be in that situation so that they can learn from something or run away from something. So somebody that I knew that was homeless was actually extremely successful, and then let me, use one of the properties that he had, his family owned, right across the street from Neiman Marcus and Union Square. And I opened a business and then later start making money and became very successful. There was so much more than that, but basically he's the one who helped me out. So, it's all about fulfilling your purpose. That's what I always talk about. If you're living your purpose, the prosperity, the money, the success, the value, whatever it is that's needed will come. People don't have faith as they had faith before. Okay. Like Moses taught. I know people aren't religious and some people understand, some people don't understand. I am not religious, I'm spiritual, but I've studied religion. And Moses taught that those who are going to follow their path and live the way we're meant to live will follow. But those who do not want to live their path will stray, right? So if we want to live sex, lies, and videotapes, however they say that saying, how they say it? It's a lawyer client of mine. He always puts this title on his emails, newsletters, something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Like sex, lies, and videotapes or something. I don't know what he says. He's a lawyer. Anyways, he makes a funny joke every time he sends out a newsletter. Point is, if we don't want to live in falseness, is my point, right? And live to party and to have fun, and we want to have something that's more sustainable, that feeds our soul, not our bank account. If you live your purpose, everything will be filled. Your soul, your spirit, your body, your bank account, your home, your sanctuary, everything becomes filled. There's a client I worked with, God bless her. She was making about $170,000 a month or a year. And it was good. That's not bad money, right? So she was making about $200,000 a year. And she was a programmer for Hewlett Packard, I think, one of those people, somebody, I forget. Anyways, came to me, Tammy, I'm upset. I'm not living my purpose. What am I supposed to do? Her husband recently passed away. She wants to live her purpose. She's no longer in a place where she can continue living in a false reality. Talk to her, explain to her her purpose in regards towards helping children and how she is a nurturer. She literally 100% changed her whole career, quit her job, and now makes anywhere from $600,000 to $700,000 a year. She keeps only $250,000 and gives the rest of the money to the camps that she created for children. And that's what happens when you're living your purpose. It comes. Because what we forget is that the real value to every single being on this planet is ourselves. But you guys are putting a number to your life. There is no number. You're forgetting that you're the most important person on the planet. You're forgetting how significant and how the world goes around you. You're not going around the world. You guys forget the power you have, which is exactly why God said for me to come remind you guys. You're forgetting your value. You're forgetting that you came here for a reason. You came here because you have a significant, powerful destiny. And that destiny needs to allow itself to expand and to be fulfilled. And the only way that that's going to be fulfilled is how? By living it, eating, sleeping, breathing, fulfilling it. You can't fulfill your purpose when you have blockages, though. So I'm sorry, is everyone, okay, good. Making sure if there's questions, I'll let you guys ask questions in a second. If there's questions, I'll let you guys ask in a moment. Someone keeping time, because I'm not paying attention to time. So point is that when you're allowing yourself to live your purpose, it flows, it just goes, right? So what is the one thing, Jerry, I talked to you earlier, what is the one thing for the very few minutes you've been sitting here connecting with me? What is the one thing you notice about the way I talk and when I'm speaking? Do I seem hesitant? Okay. Okay, that's what every person's supposed to be doing, because every single one of you have that same gift. Yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm intuitive. Yes, I do programs. I help people, but you guys have a special reason you're here as well. Why are you here? Diane, why are you here? Okay, we're going to get to that now, because bottom line, we need to start focusing on the mission of what you guys are here to do, exactly as your guys' guardian angels are saying currently. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, okay, so like I mentioned a moment ago, one of the things that creates disruption is we allow ourselves to create interference with our space because we have blockages. So everyone put their hands facing upward towards the sky on their thighs. Inhaling positive through your nose, exhaling negative through your mouth. And what we're going to focus on is even those who are joining us live, focus on releasing and relaxing as you're releasing all the tension, the stress, the anxiety, the doubt, the judgment, the confusion, the lack of faith, no crossing legs. The energy has to be balanced. So when you cross your legs, you're stopping the flow, just so you guys understand the reason why. Thighs, hands on the thighs. You guys don't have to keep them up, so it's relaxed. So the reason why you're putting your hands on your thighs, I'll explain, is you're focusing on allowing yourself to connect to the foundation and connecting to the core of yourself, right? So our foundation, oh, you can't really see it, but it's down here at the tailbone. You guys know about chakras, right? I don't have to teach you guys, right? Does everyone know? Yes? Okay, thank God. That's why I like teaching here. It's easy. Okay, so it is very easy. I taught over at a business place one time before, God bless them. It was a 3-hour lecture, and I think that I had to talk like preschool. It was funny. God bless them. They all got it though by the time I was done. Okay. Inhale positive, exhale negative, close your eyes. Focus on whatever it is that's creating blockages and interference in your space to be washed away. You're visualizing from the soles of your feet all the way to the top of your head, just allowing yourself to let go of any cords, any connection, any blockages, any interference. human, spiritual, energetic, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's coming from Pleiades, wherever this blockage is coming from, focus on allowing that to be washed away. Sorry. There's sage in here. Okay. Inhaling positive. Exhaling what no longer serves you. Okay, very interesting. So a couple of things that just came forward just now when I was closing my eyes and just connecting and moving a little bit of energy. I know I don't have time for a lot of healing that I want to do today, but one of the things that came forward immediately was someone has a very strong blockage. I think it's the guy with the beard, you with that shirt. What color is that? I can't see. What is that? Pink? Okay. So what's your name? Huh? Misha. So Misha, you have blockage in your sacral chakra, which is disconnecting you from your passion. The blockage that's connected to your, you know, the sacral chakra is the second one. Okay. And what's happening is because you're blocked with your sacral chakra, it's stopping you from connecting to your passion, which is showing that you have a massive amount of creativity. But it's like a lot of people want to talk about how the sacral chakra has to do with intimacy and the sexual connection, but actually it has a lot to do with passion and creativity. And it also has a lot to do with purpose. And people don't talk about that. So what your guardian angel is describing is there's a blockage and there's complications, and it actually made me feel like I was becoming nauseous, and I felt the energy coming straight from your direction. And then Diane, you're right in front of him. Yours is connected to your third eye. So your blockage is connected to your third eye, which is stopping you from being able to make the decisions and doing the things that you need to do because you're split and you have a split decision, meaning that you're confused. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Kind of reminds me of you. What's your name?
Marianne.
Marianne. So it reminds me of you, Marianne. You have a little bit like Diane, where you're split. And what your guardian angel is describing, Diane, is that you need to start focusing on letting go of control. And the more you start focusing on letting go of control, there'll be complete healing. With you, Misha, in order for you to succeed, in order for you to accomplish what you need to accomplish, you need to learn to trust and you need to learn to have faith, but you also need to get prepared for relocation. Diane, in order for you to succeed, you need to cleanse your home and get rid of the things that are creating too much. Well, basically just get rid of clutter, make things open and free and just available. You know what I mean? Just make space. Yeah, good girl. And the more you allow yourself to focus on creating space, everything will start changing. And then the door will open, just like I said, when I was homeless and, you know, then I met the guy and then everything happens and then all the doors keep opening. And then it just happens from there, you know, and it just keeps happening and doors keep opening and opening and opening. What we don't remember is that the more we ask for help, we will receive it. But if we sit there and we say, give it your best shot, I'm ready, you know, try to hit me down again, they will continue hitting you down. Funny. I'm not looking at anyone particular. So point is. Yeah. Anyways, anyways, it's all good. Then what's your name? Naomi. Like with you, your throat chakra is blocked, and I can see your throat chakra is blocked because I feel it almost as though that I'm choking. Sometimes it's karmic based though, where it's connecting with you from a past life. Do you see what I'm saying? Good, good, good. Beautiful. Are you doing it now? Or that's what you do? Okay. Well, that's beautiful. So you need to like kind of look in the mirror or do your own medicine or something like that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because sometimes this is exactly why I had liver cancer about 9 years ago, because I take on so many people's darkness. I take on so many people's problems that I end up having all these tumors. And it's like what we do. Sometimes we say, oh, it's okay. You know, we're here to sacrifice. We're healers. It's okay. We can take it. No, that's so wrong. I've done that for God knows how many years and almost died. I don't know how many times. Jerry, writing. You're supposed to be focusing on writing. And then Marianne, you said? Marianne, you're supposed to be focusing on being a nurturer. What's your name? Brianna, you're focusing. You have a very, and you know you're a healer, but you already know that, right? Naomi? Yes, okay, good. I figured you already knew that. I didn't have to tell you that. I just wanted to tell you where you're blocked. Does that make sense?
I thought I opened, but
Well, the opening, the stuff that's going on in regards towards the throat is you're not taking your full power. So it's not that you're not being open. It's not that you're not trying to be a healer. It's that you're not taking your full power. So when I talk, and I'm not trying to be rude, does it look like I care what you think? Does it look like I care what you think? Does it seem like I'm worried about what your opinion is of me?
I just really had some psychedelic trips and I thought I opened it.
Yes, but you have to keep talking. You don't just allow yourself to go through those trips and then you go through I call them journeys. You don't go through those journeys and then just go through that journey. You continue to move. Do you see what I'm saying? You continue to speak. You continue to let yourself open. You're not continuing. And it's like your guardian angel said, you need to continue moving forward, right? So with me, it's, you know, since I got hit by the car, they don't want me allowing myself to ever have a closed mind or worry about people think or worry about people say. Just do my purpose and fulfill destiny. That's it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm a human. That's why I'm on this planet. Well, I don't know if I'm human, but you get my point. And then with you, I mean, you already know you're a healer. I mentioned that at the very beginning. Yeah, but anyways, yes, you are. What's creating the complications is that you're disconnected from your heart, meaning that you allow yourself to let the human world, the responsibilities in the world interfere. So we all have these amazing, and then what's your name? Is that green? What is, I don't, whatever. Okay, I'm so done with color today. Go ahead. What's your name? Jose. Your job is to truly be as a warrior. It's like when I see you fighting and I see you in such a warrior stand. Misha, you have potential to be a warrior, but actually you're a nurturer. Not funny. Like I wouldn't have expected that. In my honest opinion. What's your name next to him? Nasha, Tasha? Tasha, you should understand that. Because when I see your energy next to, I can hardly see your face, but when I see your energy next to him, it's kind of like a vibration and energy of this joy and this love and this connection and being fueled and fed by him in such a beautiful way. But at the same exact time as you're being fed by him, there's a part of you, hold on, I gotta stand up because I can't see you guys. Oh, thank you. There's a part of him that is fueling you, but at the same exact time, you're holding yourself back because you're afraid of getting hurt. So there's a part of you that has a resistance. So that's one of the things that's creating healing inside of you, is us working on making for sure that you don't have resistance by opening up that frequency with inside of your solar plexus, because your solar plexus needs to start trusting your intuition. But because of you, you know, having some things that have happened before in your childhood and your past, which we could talk about privately, you know, you don't trust. So that's where you need to trust, Misha, and allow yourselves to connect, whether it lasts today or whether it lasts for 20 years or whether it lasts for 50 years, who cares? Enjoy the moment, take advantage of the opportunity and the blessing and starting to allow yourself to receive love and nurturing as it's meant to be. Does that make sense? Do you understand that? Okay, good girl. Yes.
What's the difference between warrior and healer?
Massive, massive difference. Thank you for asking that. I used to think it was the same. That's why I ended up in the hospitals all the time. What? Oh, a warrior is someone who is meant, like Jose, is meant to just battle against negativity, darkness, disruption, sadness, pain, and truly, literally just a warrior. A healer, he's not meant to heal anybody. Do you see what I'm saying? He's not here to heal anybody. He's here to be a warrior, like Archangel Michael. Was Archangel Michael a healer? No. Yeah, exactly. Your job is not to be fighting. I used to think that was my job. I used to think that I had to fight. I had my dukes up, whatever word you want to call it, put my shield on, get my sword. That is not true. A healer is, God bless you, is almost as though you're a nurturer, but you're healing them. You're a vessel to help the energy to flow and to create massive transformation. That's your job. Your job is not to worry about having to carry a shield, have a sword, any of that, Naomi. Your job is just to be a flowing vessel. What were you gonna say?
I also, from the, I did hundreds of sessions.
Beautiful.
It's called a quantum healing.
Good, good, good. I like quantum
So,
healing.
Yeah, so what I learned, what I noticed is like,
Yes, I'm listening.
there's how to say it? I learned that there's no reason to fight.
There's no reason to fight.
Yeah, we just use love to.
That's a healer, though. That's not a warrior.
Right, I understand that.
Okay.
but I'm just saying, why fight?
Are you talking about war? Or are you talking about what?
I'm
What
just
fight?
saying There's really such thing that we have to fight. Let's say there's a darkness. Right?
There is.
There's a lot-
Right.
And
Unfortunately, I wish there wasn't a darkness, but I'm not God. So go ahead.
right, and so it seems like, right, what I learned is we just use love.
I talked about that yesterday on the panel.
Love is, the
I
medicine.
I said that yesterday, and truly, and it's the same thing like Jose teaches, only because I know, because of my intuition. Sometimes the war, sometimes the sword is love,
Mhm.
and people don't allow themselves to realize that. Okay, maybe in like when I spend time in Africa, when I spend time in Israel, and there's like real true swords and guns and other things, or Egypt, and I see these guns and swords and other things facing towards me. Those aren't love wars. Those are more physical wars. I get it. Everyone believes war in a different way. I even said it yesterday that the biggest, massive, most powerful tool in the multiverses, forget Earth, is love. That's why we are the most amazing creation. I always talk about that. But because we have the most amazing gift and the most blessed, most awesome thing in the universe, which is love, we forget that we misuse it daily. Okay. I deal with clients all the time that misuse love by saying that it's okay to have several sexual partners and allow themselves to misuse their energy and the frequency and the vibration of their sacral chakra. Do you understand how dangerous it is to allow ourselves to misuse love? And we do it daily. So that's another thing we need to remember. We need to let go of the control. So if we're going to love, who here believes that they're truly eating, sleeping, breathing, living in unconditional love? Okay, beautiful. God bless you guys. Do you know how hard that is? Because it is so absolutely difficult to not judge. So absolutely difficult. I can say I used to do unconditional love. I currently cannot say I'm doing unconditional love because, I'm being honest. I'm not lying to myself. And the only reason why I don't say I'm doing unconditional love currently is because sometimes I do have frustration and I do have sadness and I have pain from those that I see. There was a little boy. I'll share with you guys a horrible story. There was a little boy that was 6 years old. I live in Aspen, Colorado, unfortunately. And sometimes, God willing, I'm hopefully leaving soon. But point is, I live in Colorado, and there was this white guy, African-American woman, walking down the street. Now, this is just a town where a lot of wealthy people live, okay? And a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old little boy, okay? There was this 70-year-old at least man walking by. Very, 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 you could tell he's very prestigious. Caucasian, just very clean, very beautiful, well-dressed guy. And said the most meanest, most horrific words to that family on the street. And the little boy starts crying. Now, how is that supposed to be love? No. The father that put me into tears said, son, the little boy saying, Daddy, why would he say such mean words? Why would he say that? Because he was talking about their race. He was being racist. He was totally talking about how I can't believe that you guys made a child together. And it was horrible. I can't even say what he said. And the little boy's crying. Why would you say such mean words, Daddy? He said, son, because he doesn't have what we have, which is love. I don't know if I would have been able to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so angry. Go ahead.
That event also has a spiritual meaning that this board probably how to say, everything there's a lesson behind.
Of course, I mentioned that earlier, but that doesn't mean that a little child that's a baby that is being developed on our planet that we call home should have and see hate as a toddler. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just, it's sad. So you're saying that, war should be love. The father radiated love, but it's not our fault that the guy was so mean. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's his job. Jose's job is to fight against that war. Your job is to heal the little boy or the family. Do you get it? So there's two different purposes. And then with you, what's your name? The little girl, this woman with the butterflies? Tara. It's like when I see your energy, you're just connected with light. It's like I see your crown chakra, and it's interesting because when I was talking to Naomi, your energy just kind of like popped up, and I could see how your crown chakra is so connected to light and so connected to purpose. Which in this room, it's like, I know Jerry has potential. I know this girl, this woman in the green velvet. What is that? Is that velvet? That's beautiful. You connect to purpose. This woman in the yellow shirt focuses on connecting to purpose. I can't say Diane does. This girl in the Puma shirt, she tries to connect to purpose, but she focuses on allowing herself to let judgment get in the way. We already know Diane lets judgment get, Misha, we already know you let things get in the way. You know that already, right? I told you that earlier. And then, oh, hi. And then you in the red, what's your name? No, not you, Ina. You, yes, what's your name? Jade, Jane, you allow yourself to let your heart get in the way, and you allow yourself to let your brain get in the way. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys these things so that you guys can allow yourself to work on these subjects. Okay. What do? I help people. I work with people and I do programs to help people to get rid of the blockages and help them to discover their life purpose so that they can step into who they're supposed to be. That's my job. My job is to help those who are the teachers of the planet. My job is to be as a teacher to those that are meant to teach those of the planet to create enlightenment. During coronavirus, what's happening is we've allowed ourselves to have an opportunity, like I mentioned earlier, an opportunity for transformation, for reflection. Are we taking advantage of that opportunity? Are you using now, which is the time of transformation, the time that has been prophesized for over 2,000 years, including the prophecy from Nostradamus, including the prophecy from Edgar Casey? Must I go on? How many times are they going to prophesize that now is time? And I don't understand. Are you guys going to keep pretending you believe? Or are you going to actually believe? Do you see? And I'm sorry for the sarcasm, but I'm Jewish and Italian. It's just my way. And we need to start allowing ourselves to sit there and say, I'm done. I can't take it. I am not going to allow myself to continue holding on to blockages or interference. Put your right foot forward and step into that. So please raise your hand if you're ready for that so I can stay focused and do my work that I'm here in this room to do. You guys want to step into your purpose, or do you not want to step into your purpose? Yes? Okay, so all of you guys want to step into your purpose. Okay, so if you want to step into your purpose, just for a moment, I know it's kind of difficult. Do we have time? I don't know what time is it. Kick off your shoes just for a second. Are you guys supposed to be talking? Am I in somebody's space? Okay, good. Kick off your shoes, put your palms facing upward on your thighs. Let's handle what we have to handle and start getting prepared. Don't focus on the brain. The brain, why do I say don't focus on the brain? I mentioned this, I think I said this at the very beginning of my speaking today. The brain has been manipulated and controlled and brainwashed since we were children. Yes, like Naomi said, certain things happen for a reason. I believe in that. But I do not believe that God created us so that we could be brainwashed. I do not believe that we were created so that we can be manipulated. I do not believe that we were created so that we can make money, pay our bills, and then die. I believe that we have a purpose. And obviously you guys do too, because you guys are in this space. So let's focus on that and let's bring that forward and let's start allowing ourselves to manifest what you're here to do. Butterfly shirt lady,
Oh, yeah.
you have to put your feet straight.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry, yes.
My yoga move.
I know, I sit like that all the time too. The reason why is because who is the biggest nurturer, the most powerful nurturer on our planet? Who is that?
Mother Earth.
Absolutely. So when you're putting your feet on the ground straight, not crisscrossed, you're visualizing connecting with Mother Earth. And you're visualizing the soles of your feet. That's why we took our shoes off. Soles of your feet are receiving healing. Okay. Even though we're touching a carpet and cement and other building materials, you're visualizing connecting to the root and the dirt and the soil of Mother Earth. And that energy and that beautiful flowing energy is going to go throughout our bodies. Thank you. And then as that flowing energy is going to go through our bodies, do I stop or I have 5 minutes? Okay, thank you. You're going to let that energy flow through your body and it's going to go through your crown chakra. Crown chakra is the top of your head, and the top of your head is connecting to the universe and the multiverses, connecting with balance and complete connection of white light. Okay. Do you want me to repeat that? Do you understand it? Okay. Close your eyes and then I'll get the singing bowl and we're going to visualize that energy. Inhale positive, exhale negative, and visualize connecting with the color white. Allowing yourselves to let go of what no longer serves you. And as you're letting go of what no longer serves you, you're allowing the vibration, the frequency that's going from the soles of your feet all the way to the top of your head, filling your soul, your spirit, and your body. Connecting to the Trinity within yourself. Don't forget to breathe and really focus on your breath. Okay. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the most powerful, most awesome, most amazing thing in the universe is love. Now we're going to do something that we're told not to do on a daily basis, is we're going to stand up and hold hands. Don't be confused. Stand up and hold hands. And you guys can wash your hands after if you want to. And you're going to visualize connecting with love. Okay. If we're not going to focus on believing in what we're saying, then we have to stop pretending that we're going to do that. Know that love is real and connect with each other and visualize the power and the energy and the frequency of love. Do you understand? Or are you confused? Yes? Yes? Inhale positive, exhale negative, and visualize connecting with love. So through every human being's right hand, you're giving love to the human that's next to you on the right side. And you're allowing yourself to receive from the left side. And we're connecting as a unity, no judgment, no stress, no anxiety, no war, no burden, no heaviness, just love and purity and unconditional connection. Okay? So you're focusing on the color red for passion. Don't forget to breathe, please. Thank you. Okay, everyone sit down for a moment, please. I'm gonna do one last thing. That was really interesting. When I felt you guys connecting, I wish I had more time. When I felt you guys connecting and I was connecting with the love, I felt like as if that there was tingles and there was excitement that I actually, and I had little goosebumps all over because I felt the love connecting with my whole body and all your guys' energy as well. And there was actually a lot of tears and emotion that I start feeling, but I don't have time to talk about that right now. So focus on connecting with that love. And as you're connecting with that love, put your right hand on your heart and visualize now remembering how important and how amazing you are and taking your power back and connecting to the love you have for yourself. The right hand goes like that. knowing that you're the most amazing person, understanding and knowing and taking your power back, knowing that you're the most important person on the planet. And like our guardian angel said, the more we stay connected to our intuition and allowing our third eye and our solar plexus, which is our connection to our intuition, our ability and our gifts within us, the more they stay open, we will be able to put our right foot forward and step into our purpose. So visualize energetically as your hand is on your heart, stepping into your purpose and fulfilling destiny. Beautiful. Okay. God bless everyone. That was really beautiful. That made me very happy. It was very interesting. Obviously, when I'm doing the singing bowl, my eyes are closed and I'm paying attention to the energy. And as I'm paying attention, I'm feeling the energy uplifting and going higher and higher. But the thing that made me happy is I was focusing on everyone's brain activity. And the reason why I'm focusing on everyone's brain activity is because I'm focusing on the connection to the control, the brain waves of what we do on a natural day-to-day, moment-to-moment, second-to-second life that we live. And I felt a sense of peace and I felt a sense of connection. And my focus was to connect all of us together as a unity, including whoever else in the universe and the world needs us, so that we can fulfill our destiny and fulfill our purpose and step into our purpose and fulfill the relationships that we're meant to be parallel with, whether it's tomorrow or the next day, 10 years from now, connecting with those that we're parallel to in this planet, in this mission that we agreed to come onto. So if you guys want me to connect with me, call me. Sean has my information. I have a booth outside and I do programs and help people. Oh, did you guys have questions? Okay, good. I'm sorry.
We probably do,
Are
right?
you here tomorrow?
I am. I'm speaking tomorrow about soulmate.
About soulmates? Oh, yeah, and then the private session to do that.
Yes, I do.
So we're in Gramercy room, and we have the booth that has the big angel wing backdrop. Like once you guys go in there,
That would
you
be me.
can't miss it. It's us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I've seen you before, and then Natasha would be like in this, karmic situation.
Uh-huh. Good.
That's why we actually stuck, because she has it here, I have it there. So we're like,
Oh,
that's what we're doing, trying to
I'm
get.
telling you guys are meant to be together.
Yeah, you're not the first one, actually.
Yeah. It's just, we got to deal with her getting rid of whatever's interfering in that
Yeah,
space.
so we're just like trying to.
Good, I can help you guys. Nisha?
So tomorrow.
Yeah, you can do it today.
I just want to thank you because what you spoke about gave the meaning to something my father said to me when I was a child.
Yes,
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all else will be yours.
that's the truth.
And that's it.
The
That's,
end.
that's what you said.
That's the end.
Yes. So thank you.
You're
'Cause
welcome.
I'm like, what's he talking about? And then you said it today.
100%.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing that I've learned in the world,
The kingdom of God is your purpose. Being
100%. The more you stay connected and focus on God's will and connect to who you're supposed to be, all the doors allow themselves to open.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. God bless,
I'm very
guys.
grateful to you for that. Thank you.
You're so welcome. It makes my heart happy knowing that I'm just doing what God wants and helping you guys to become who you're supposed to be.
That's the greatest happiness.
And that's what I'm telling you. It's like more than money. It's more than humanness. It's more than,
What I think is so wonderful about that is when you were homeless, you didn't just sort of wallow in it, but you started to get groups and teach them.
oh, 1,000,000%.
How wonderful.
1,000,000%.
I mean, there was no self-pity or anything. It was just
No.
like, let's get people together. And when she was homeless, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's so great.
And the thing that I thought was interesting, so obviously, how in Africa or in Ethiopia or other places I visited, you know, they get the swollen stomachs from being starving, right? So I did look pregnant. I mean, of course, this is just fat from food these days, but back then I was starving, you know, because I didn't know this fast or that kind of stuff. So my stomach was always swollen, and I was very, very, very skinny before. And the stomach was swollen, but I never felt hungry.